Hello guys, and welcome back to another Tweaker Man video. In this video we're going to be making a speaker cable, a 6mm high-end speaker cable. We made a high-end speaker cable before which was a 3mm conductor. This time it's going to be a 6mm conductor. Now because these videos take quite a long time to produce, I've already made one side up already. So that's one full speaker cable made, okay, with your left and right channels in one cable there, and then I've also made one conductor up for the next side. So basically what we're going to be doing is showing you how to make one conductor, and then we're going to be putting one speaker cable together, and then all you have to do is then repeat it, obviously make two of them. So that's that. Right, okay, I'm going to show you what you need first of all to produce this job. Okay, to produce this job, what you need is this material that we're using as our conductor wire. It's a 0.6mm silver filled copper. We use this all the time, this wire. So that's that, okay. And then we're going to be insulating that in PTFE again, Teflon tape, okay. And then we're going to need some black and red 6mm heat shrink. So we've got some of that. And then we're going to need some 22mm glue lined heat shrink as well, so we've got some of that, okay. And then to finish the cable off we're going to be using some silver wired nylon braid, okay. It's got bits of silver through it, so it really makes it look good. So right, so what we're going to do is we're going to start now. So basically what I've done to speed the video up, I've already pre-cut 9 pieces of the wire. So basically this is a 0.6, so we've got 10 bits of 0.6, which makes a conductor of 6mm. So basically, so all we need to do now is to cut one more. So what we're doing is we're making a cable, a set of cables, which are 1.8 long, same as I did in the other video. So basically what I'm doing is we've cut these wires 1.9 long because we're going to be twisting them together. So basically it takes up some of the wire, so it reduces the length of it. So basically we're going to just snip this one to the same length as the rest of them. Okay. And then we're going to take all of them, twist them together, and we're going to solder at one end. So basically we need to turn our soldering iron on first, and then we're going to twist them together. Okay guys, what I failed to say is we need a drill to twist the cable together. You can use a battery powered drill, electric drill. We like this handheld drill because we can have nice slow control on it. And what we'll do is we're using this drill to clamp it in one end as well. So that's that, okay. Right, okay, we've got 2 conductors there. So we've got all our conductors cut down here, and we're going to be adding them all together. That's 3, 4. They're a bit of a nightmare, these wires, when you cut them, they go all over the place. So what we've got now, we've got 4 there, 5, make sure you count all these in case you miss one out, 5, 6, put them over there, 7, 8, 9, 10. Right, there's the 10 conductors. Let's double check they're all there. Right, okay. Got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Right, okay, so what we're going to do, bunch them up, bring them all up to the front so they're all level. You don't want any shorter than others. What we've done is we've obviously over cut these so they're nice and so we can chop them down to the right length. Right, okay, so what we're going to do is we're going to just twist those by hand together like that, like so. So we just get the end going, and then we're going to solder this piece up now. Okay, so we've just switched the soldering iron. I'm not sure whether it's up to temperature yet, but we're going to check it now and see. So we'll lay those down there, and we'll just see how this soldering iron is going. Yeah, that's up to temperature. Right, okay. So what we're going to do is just going to clamp that down or lift it up, put the drill over the top of it to hold it in place. And all we want to do is just make sure the end's twisted okay. We're just going to solder the end up. Well, I don't know whether you can see that in there or not, but that's one end soldered up. So now what we're going to do is we're just going to take the wire out again. Remember, it's very hot at this end. So we're going to pull the wires nice and tight. Right down to the other end. Okay, and do it again just to straighten them all out first. Run them through your fingers, clamp them in quite well and just to get them up. And then when we're at this end now, we're just going to twist those together a bit. Okay, so now this end we're going to clamp in the drill, in the battery drill. Pull that up. Okay, get that up to there. We can see it there. Just clamp it in the end of a drill. It's pretty simple. Okay, tighten it up a bit. I've pulled out there. I've pulled out there, so I've got to take it again and redo it again. Tighten that back up again. Twist it a bit more at the end there. Make sure it's all twisted well together. There we go. Right, put it back in there again. Clamp it up. It's only there just so it holds it in place while I twist the other cable, tighten up the other end. So what I'm going to do now is just put that down on the floor down here. You probably won't be able to see this in the camera too much. So I'm going to clamp this in my drill here, my hand drill. This hand drill's donkey's years old, but it really works well for this job. It gives you more control on the tightening of it. Right, I'll go the wrong way there, tighten that up. Get that in there. Okay, leave it there. Right, okay, we tighten that up now. So I'm just going to push this drill back over there. And now I'm going to just twist this basically together. Can you hold that drill down there with your foot? That's it, hold it there, that's it. Right, okay. So we're just going to gradually twist that. Right, this is a bit tight in this room, so I'm going to try to... So we're going. It's going well, it needs a bit more than that. You can just judge the twist by eyesight, really. Let's see how that's going. That's looking pretty good, a little bit more than that. Right, okay, I think that'll do for that bit now. Take it out of the drill. And then what we're going to be doing is we're just going to, the other end obviously now needs to be twisted. So just twist that round that way, get that tightened up. Now we've already made the other conductor up, so what we're going to be doing now is holding this up to the other conductor, make sure it's the right size, the same length. So we've got a nice twist all along there, you can see it's all nicely twisted together. Okay, so now we're going to take this one, unravel this one, which I've already made up, and also I've insulated it already, just to speed these videos up. Right, so let's hold that on there. we can tell by whether the twist is enough as well, by the length of this. So if this is too long, then it needs to be twisted a little bit more. Oh no, yeah, probably a little bit more, but yeah, it's a bit long, but I think the twist is about right because I've overcut that anyway. So we're going to just chop that off now. Double check it again just to make sure it's exactly the same length. Okay, we're going to just nip that end off to make that nice and square on the end. That's it. Tighten that up there. Okay, take that down. Take that down to there. Put up there. Okay, and then we're just going to chop that off there, the same length. Okay, now what we're going to do now is we're going to just solder both ends of this up now. So we're going to put that under there again. Hold that in place. Like so, and we're just going to solder the ends up of this. Just to give the twist, may hold it in place, and when we come to put our plugs on, it'll be easier to solder it with the wire already having some solder on there. But sometimes I may make mistakes when I talk on these videos, but I do it totally off the cuff. I don't practice these or anything. I've made so many cables, I know how to make them, but explaining it on video is I find quite hard work. I mean, some of you guys probably explain it far better than me, but one thing I do is I make fabulous cables, but I may not come across that well. So that's all I want to say for that bit. So here we go. Let's just put a piece of solder along there. That's done. Right, okay. So that's done. So now what we're going to be doing now is we're going to be hand insulating it again with our PTFE tape. Now, as I said, this was a new tape that we've been getting. It only comes from a DIY store in Great Britain, or in the UK, I should say. It's wider than the standard one, so it's quicker to insulate. It's quicker to, by the time you've twisted it, it's so much quicker. Okay, we didn't solder that end, did we? Right, okay, sorry. We need to solder that end again as well because it's I chopped a bit off of it. Okay. That's fine. That's excellent. Right, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to show you how to insulate it. If you watched all my other videos, you will know how to do this anyway. But I'll show you for newcomers and people who are new to the channel. I'll show you basically. So we'll start off wrapping our PTFE tape around. Basically, this is a very laborious job. You just have to keep wrapping it round. And what we'll be doing is doing two coats of PTFE tape. So I'm going to get it up to there. You can hold it up, and it works quite well to twist it, holding it up to get it started. Okay, I don't know whether I mean, it's very difficult to film these close-ups of these. So you get it up to about there, and then after that, the best thing to do is to sit down on your knees, shut your knees up like so, and then you just wrap it round, going to your right, and just twisting the PTFE tape around the conductor. So basically what we're going to be doing now is we're going to do the conductor. We're going to get to one end, and then when we get to the end, we're going to show you how to come back on yourself, and then we'll finish it, the insulating of the conductors, and then we'll move on from there. So we'll be back in a second. Right, okay, we're coming to the end of the first layer of PTFE tape. So what we're going to be doing is coming up a bit, and then we're going to roll back on ourselves, and then we're going to just carry on doing another layer. So I have to stand up initially for this bit because it's quite handy to just spin it in your fingers. This is very very laborious, like I say. Like it's takes time. So we're going to spin it like that. Get so far before it gets a bit awkward. I'm going to make a device to do this, so we can just spin it by a drill at one end, and it'll be connected the other end, and I can move it along almost like a lathe of some sort, which I'm going to design and produce. Right, okay, so I've got to there again now, so we're just going to just do the boring bit of just wrapping the PTFE tape, so I'll come back to you once I've come to the end of this layer. Right, okay, we're coming to the end of the second layer of PTFE tape. Just going to wind it up there a bit to the end and then come back on ourselves a little bit, and then we'll chop that off with our scissors. Okay, just wrap that around. Then we're just going to put all the PTFE tape, mould it into the shape of it. Okay, that's fine now. Right, so what we're going to be doing now is, this is the other conductor that I made earlier. Okay, so we've got our two conductors now. So we're going to measure down around about 85 mil from the top of the conductor there, from there down 85 mil. Okay, so get the two of them up together side by side, and this is where we're going to start our twist. Okay, so just twist it there, then we're just going to put a piece of PTFE tape just to hold it in place, hold the twist in place initially. And then once we've twisted the cable all around right to the end, well, right to the other end, we're going to then cover it in another layer of PTFE tape to hold the twist in place. Right, okay, so that's just a temporary piece there. Okay, so now what we've got to do is we've got to now twist these together like so. It's quite difficult. Just pull them out and just basically keep twisting them. Right, okay, so just keep going around like that. Pull it out the bottom. Again, another twist. Another twist. Okay, so we're going to twist it round and we'll be back once we've got to the bottom there. That's exactly how the twist looks. Okay. Right, okay, we're coming to the end of the twist. So you can get two people, well, get someone else to help you do this with two people, and get someone to hold it at one end and then you just plait it round, and that's probably the best thing to do. So I'm used to doing this on my own. I managed to do it on my own. So now we want to come down, get the twist up to about 85 again, which is to there. So twist it a bit more. See what's that's like now. Okay, that's about right there now. Probably just do one more little one. Right, so we're just gonna. Now, one thing I failed to say to you is we've put a piece of PTFE tape on one end of the conductor, and also on this end. But I've just pulled it off now. But so you indicate what is the negative and the positive. Otherwise, you won't know. You'll get down to the end of the cable and you won't know what's what. So either that, or just put a piece of red pen on each conductor on one of them. Then you'll know at the end. Right. So we've come down to there now. So I know that this is that one. So I pulled that off. I'm going to just stick another piece on for a minute, so I know what's what. So if I just cover over that and the other one's exposed, I'll know exactly what's what. Right, so let's get that round. So what we're going to be doing now is just double check this. It's around about 85 mil on both ends where the twist is. That's about 85 there. And same with that one. Right, okay, so now what we're gonna do now is we're gonna cover the twist in one layer of PTFE tape just to keep it in place, keep the twist in place. So basically, same thing again. Start off with a PTFE tape. gradually just twist it round the twist. So as I said before, when I get to the bottom of it, I'll show you how to finish it, and then we'll start putting our plugs on and our heat shrink. Right, okay, we're coming to the end of our Lara PTFE tape. Now, the reason why we twist the, well, initially we've twisted 10 0.6 mil conductors together. Now, the reason we twist it is again, it's to stop crosstalk, which is radio frequency information and electromagnetic interference from getting into the cable. So that's that. And so now we're coming to the end of our PTFE tape, and then we twist the cable again, obviously to do the same again, the two conductors together. So it eliminates that again, the same process. So we're just going to come back on ourselves a bit, chop that off there. Okay, so we've got that like that now. Right, okay, so what we're going to do now is we're going to start soldering our plugs on the end. Okay, so again, this is the plugs we use. The beauty of these ones is they can also be used on Arcam stuff, which uses the BFA connector, a British Federation of Audio connector, because it has a hole through the middle. These are like a banana plug as such. So I've obviously opened the other pack because I've soldered the other cable. So I've got 4 here to solder on. Okay, so basically what we're going to be doing is doing that, but we also need to put some heat shrink on as well at the same time. So what we're going to be doing is we're going to be cutting some heat shrink for each conductor. So what we're going to do, we're going to solder one on each end, so we know exactly what is the positive and the minus. So first of all, we're going to get our plug down. Now, often you just need something heavy to weight it down so it don't move about too much. And this obviously gets hot when it heats up, so you need to be a little bit careful. So get our soldering going again. I'm going to hold it on there. There we go. We need to get loads of it down into the joint there. Just twist it there. Right. That's hot, so be careful when you're touching this. I'll try to sort of hold the soldering iron down onto the plug. Get the solder going in there. It's a pretty tricky operation. It's hot, it's hot. Right, okay. Put something else over there to hold that down like that. Right, okay. Put it back a bit. Just take it up slightly. Right, let's have a go now. Right, there we go. That's one soldered on fully. Right, okay, so now we're going to twist it round to the other end because we've got obviously our piece of PTFE tape. So we've kept those ones on the conductors so we know what's what. So we're going to do the same to this end now. Just going to solder on our plug again. What we're going to do is just put a bit more solder on the plug, build the solder up a bit more on there just so it's thicker. That's it, perfect. Right, so we're going to pop that on there. That's better. That's filled the plug out so much so it don't twist so much. I'm not sure whether you can see this that well here. It's very difficult. Right, so there's the solder again. Let's get our soldering iron on there. Pump it full of silver solder. Okay, leave that set for a second. Okay, that's those two done. Now, we've got to just let that cool down a minute. And now we're going to make this our positive. So we're going to use our red heat shrink. So basically, what we're going to do is we're going to offer it up to the cable. Hold it about there. Take it to about there. If you can see, there's a little notch there that hangs over, that sticks out on the plug. So we're just going to take it to there. That's about right. Chop that. Okay, just check the other end. It's the same. Well, it may vary very slightly. Yeah, that's a bit smaller, that one, that end. Slightly. Let's have a look. Oh, right, okay, that's all right. We'll just cut them individually. So we're going to pop that over. Okay. Get that going over there. There we go. Just work this slowly on. There we go. Right, okay, that's perfect. Just in the right place. Right, we're going to go our heat gun again. Now just going to heat up the heat shrink. Shut it down a bit more, a tad more. That's it. Heat that on there. Okay, that's one. So now we're going to come to the other end. I'm going to cut another piece of heat shrink, get to the right size, which is about there. Put that off for a pair of scissors. Now watch these guns because they get very hot at the end. Put that on there. Okay, now we're going to slide that over there again. There we go. Slowly just tease it on there. Perfect. Okay, just pop it over there. Come down. Right, okay. Nearly there. Where we got to? That's it. That's pretty much perfect there. Get that heat up. Okay, that's that. So now we're going to just pop our heat shrink off of the other end, and then we're going to solder the plug on there again. Right, okay, now we're going to do the black now. So we're going to pop our plug over, try to line it up, exactly the same, making sure they're both level at the top. Don't want one shorter than the other really. Push that on, that's about right. Now, again, put something heavy on the cable. Now we're going to put our solder in again. There we go. Right, excellent. That end's done. Right, do the other end the same. That over the end. Right, let's bring it round. Twist it round, it's a bit. Right, okay, get something heavy on there again. That tape measure will do the job. Right, that needs to go down a bit in there. Make sure that's dead level. Can you see that very well there? I'm not sure if you can see what I'm doing of it. Right, okay, I think that's about right, that is, that's perfect. Right, so just twist that round so we can get our solder back in. So there's a little slot in the plug there. Got a bit of solder in there. Right, there we go. Make sure that's red hot again. Right, that's soldered on there lovely as well. It's not coming off anywhere. Right, okay. Go to the other end because it's pulled down a little bit. Same thing, just offer up our heat shrink to it. Get it the same place. People don't know too very much. Right, okay. For some reason it just wants to keep going around that way at the moment. So I've got it about there, that's about right. Put it on there. Chop down. I'll just slide it over there again. Sometimes they go a bit tight there, so we need to sort of flatten the heat shrink a bit, because there's a little piece that sticks up on these plugs there, and I'll try the other end this time. I'll go from that end. That's it. There we go. Actually, pull it on. It's going lovely now. There we go. Push it up. Right up to there. Take it up a bit. Right. Okay, that's slightly too long, so I'm just going to push it back up and just slide us, cut a tiny little bit off of it. It's got caught now. Let's see how that's like that. Okay, I'll leave it like that. We'll heat shrink it on now. That should be fine. Didn't need to cut a bit off. Was just that's it. Right, okay, get the gun again. Heat it up. Right, okay, that's that one done. Right, okay, same with the other end now. Just going to offer the heat shrink cut. Right, okay, get it round to that side again so we know exactly where it's going to go. So we're about there. Chop it again. This time I'm going to make sure I flatten it out a bit. Right, okay. Put that up. Take that over there. There we go, it's going underneath here. Right, okay, that's spot on there. Pull that back a bit. Heat this up. Right, that's perfect. So now, got the bases of our cable made up totally. All we need to do now is we want to put our nylon braid on it, and then just cap the ends off with some glue lined heat shrink. So basically, what we want to do as well, we want to make sure that the red is both, when you've got your cables stretched out, the red is both on the same size. At the moment it's not, you see, it's black like that. So what I'm going to do is just twist it round like so. There we go, just to make sure it's in the same place. Was probably right in the first place, actually. Oh no, it was right in the first place. Right, okay, that's fine anyway. So let's get our braid out. We get several different types of braid. This is one we're using at the moment, just because this is available. I'm not really that bothered about the looks of stuff. Some people are really only about the sound quality, but this has got like a silver running through it. So we're just going to chop the end off again because it's all frayed up a bit. There we go. And just with our bit of the soldering iron there, just melt the ends a bit, stop it fraying. Okay, nearly there. Right, okay, wipe that off from there. Get rid of that rubbish. Right, so now we're going to thread all our cable through our braid. Get the two plugs together. There we go, you've seen me do this on loads of other cables before. Just gradually tease it on slowly. Just take your time, don't rush it. It is nice to have a nicely finished cable at the end of the day as well. So, okay, take it up. There. Up there. There's that. There we go now. A little bit more to go. That's about perfect, look at that. Spot on. Right, okay. That's that. Right, so what we're going to do is we're going to cut a piece of our glue line heat shrink. Okay, let's fall on the floor there. Right, so as on the other cable that I made, I cut it, I think it was 80mm. Yeah, spot on, 80mm. So we're going to get our glue line heat shrink. Now this heat shrink, it takes a bit more to shrink it because it's got glue inside. It's a bit more of a tougher heat shrink. Now the reason I use it because it's nice. It sticks the cable together well. So we just do that. That's 80mm there. Take that, chop that up across there. Right, okay, we're going to just do two of them. One for each end. Right, okay, that's ready to go on one end, so we're just going to open that up. This has got like a sort of hot melt glue in it. I don't know if you know a hot melt glue gun. It's a similar stuff to that. So we're going to just pop that over. What we do, we're just going to pull that up very slightly more. That only a tad, just a very little small amount. See how we go up there with that. Ready? That's about there. That's it. Right, now I'll pull that back now. So I'm going to pop that over the end. What we're doing, we're just going to be, let's come forward again a bit there. Right, okay, that's about right. Just see, we're going to cover the black and red very slightly. Right, okay, so that's that. That's in about the right place. So we're going to heat shrink. Slowly shrink it. Now when it comes to the nylon braid, you want to be careful because it can melt the nylon braid, so you need to keep it back a bit, the gun away from the nylon braid. Okay. Slowly take it, don't push it too much there. It will shrink slowly, just keep it going. There we go. It's nice. Keep it down there. Just pull these conductors away a bit. Separate them slightly there. That's it. We're just going to wait till we see some glue rise out the top slightly. There we go. Just about see the glue coming out the top there. Right, that's perfect. Right, okay, so that's one end done. Now, on this end now, I'm going to have to cut the braid off. So you can feel down the cable until you can feel the join there, where the two start twisting together. So get to about there. That's about it there. So just use that part of the, not the tip, but the back part of the soldering iron just to melt away the. There we go. Melt away the braid. If you use a tip, you've got bloody plastic all over your solder tip. Right, okay, nearly there. That's about right. So just come off now. What's going on there? Oh, there you go. Pull that back. That's got caught up there a bit. Okay, that's it, that's off. Right, okay. So now what we're going to do is the same thing again. Just take our braid and push it down. Just give it that little bit extra there. There you go, straight to the end there. Get that in place. And then open our glue lined heat shrink up again. Pop it over the end. Bring it down. Take it back up again a tad. There we go. Right, we're just going to glue that up again now. Good clip. Well done. There we go. Takes a bit, as I said before, it takes a bit longer to shrink this stuff. Because the heat shrink's slightly thicker as well, and then it's got glue underneath it. So, but worst part is when you burn the nylon braid. I've done it many times when I first started doing these things. You just need to hold it back, just tease it a little bit around the edge. There we go. Right, I think that's about it. Right, just mould that into place because it's just got the glue on there. So we're just going to set that to dry for a minute. Right, one set of speaker cable made. 10% silver cladded copper. Right, so what we need to do now is the last little bit is, you can use a little sticker, you could do whatever you like really, but I'll just get a pen, and this is for the signal flow because we want to burn them in one way, you see. So I know some people think burning is rubbish, but trust me, it isn't. Now, get a little pen. We can only do it on one side, on the red, because you've only need a little arrow there. So we're going to just get our pen, put a little arrow on there. Okay, and the same on this end. Just put a little arrow on there, just to indicate a signal flow. So this end's going to go into the speakers. Right, okay. Now, to buy a set of speaker cable as well made as this, you just go and look online I mean, there's not many companies that use silver cladded copper. They mainly use silver plated, which, as you know, my views on silver plated copper, I don't really rate it that highly. You can get solid silver. I can make some solid silver ones, but what I'm trying to do is to produce a channel that makes really high quality cables at a reasonable price for you guys. Now, you'd be looking at paying way over £1,000 for a set of these. Even at this length, they're only 1.8. You can make whatever length you want. So, so that's it really. So these will be used. and that. And I recommend they run in or they burn in for around about 300 hours upwards. They'll just keep getting better and better the more you play. As you saw in my other video, you can buy the burning CD. So great. So thank you for watching another Tweaker Man video. Don't forget to like my videos. If you're new to my channel, don't forget to subscribe. We've got so many decent videos coming up. We've got headphone cables, some more mains cables. We're going to be doing a mains conditioning hub at some stage, probably towards the end of the year. So thank you for watching.